today's lesson we speak about the circulatory system, and we have an important part to speak about it, which is how is the circulatory system important for our body, how it works, and here we go with the objectives. And for the objectives here, we have to know that you have to understand what is the circulatory system, why do we have them. Also, we have to understand the main components that is found inside the circulatory system and also lymphatic system, both of them working together. Describe even the structure of the heart, what is meant by the heartbeat, how to explain it, and also how to relate it to the balls, and also name the major blood vessels that are associated with the heart and the organs they are serving. And here we have to describe the structure of different types of the blood vessels and also relate them to the structure and the function that they have. Also, we will see how the chart of the blood flow through the heart and also the pulmonary and the systemic circulations. Some of the activities that we have inside our body needs us for each cell, especially inside the human, to have a wide variety of materials that they need to be transported inside or outside of the cell around their body. That's why we have here those materials as an example. Waste is hormones, antibodies, blood proteins, blood cells, nutrients. All of these things are important, and also it's found as parts inside our body. Some of them are important, some of them are material that is not able to be found inside the body. That's why we have to get rid of them. As an example, here we said a transporting system that is found inside the amoeba. As an example, he said here that the amoeba always using the oxygen to get its form and activities to do, and they have to get rid of the carbon dioxide. But the problem is that it's using the diffusion to adequate this part of the transportation inside its body. But here the diffusion is effectively makes this happen inside through a short distances. Okay, that's why we don't need it to work inside a multicellular organisms, because it needs a huge type of a transportation system. Diffusion is not going to work inside our body. It can work with the cells only, but not for the entire body. That's why we have here a transport system, which is very necessary. The surface area is very small to the relation between the large volume of our body for the diffusion to be effective. That's why we have here the circulatory system, which is used to transport the blood to the entire body. We can call it also a cardiovascular system. It's a closed system that is made by the blood transport medium, and also the circles that are made inside our body with the network of the blood vessels. Okay, the important parts that found for the circulatory system is are the heart, blood vessels, and also blood. The heart here pumps the blood that is made by the cardiac muscles. Blood vessels here, the transportation tubes like the arteries, veins, and also capillaries. The blood here is very important for us to be transporting medium. It's have many material inside made of plasma. It's a liquid. Also the solid materials that are found inside, like the blood cells and also platelets. And then we can find that there is a lymphatic system around it. We call it the lymphatic vessels, where they can carry here the vessels, nodes, and also some organs. You can compare here the two parts of the systems, circulatory system and also lymphatic system, and both of them have the two networks that are very important to the human. But here the heart is the main part of the circulatory system. It's found inside the chest, tilted, and it's found to the left side, surrounded by the lungs and protected by the rib cage. The fist has the same size of your heart when you are pushing it inside. This is the shape of the heart. You can find here that it's made from majorly 4 chambers: right atrium, left ventricle, right ventricle. You can find that the ventricles here have a thick walls more than the atriums, and also it's surrounded with tubes. The important part is the aorta over here, and also the veins that are connected to it from the entire body through it to the right atrium. The aorta here pumping the blood to the entire body from the heart, and also there's a pulmonary artery which are connected with the lungs, where the exchange of the two blood, which one, the one that is rich with oxygen, the one that is poor with oxygen, they are moving through pulmonary artery and pulmonary veins. We will know this later. The human heart is made, as you can see, from mass as 250 or 350 kilograms, grams. We can find that it's a sac called the pericardium. The heart is able to beat when that means it's contracting and relaxing through the life, and also the action pumps blood continuously to the entire body. The heart is double muscular pump that has 4 sections or chambers, 2 of them to the left, separated by a thick and muscular wall. From the other 2 chambers, the 2 chambers or the 4 chambers, they cannot mix the blood together. Only 2 for the left working together, 2 for the right working together, but there is no blood moving from the left to the right directly. Okay, each side of them has a small upper atrium and larger lower ventricle, and they have a thick muscular wall for the ventricles. We will share these links for you to understand what is happening inside blood vessels and also what is the blood. You can also check here how the heart is working through this YouTube, and we will see this later. What are the names of the veins and arteries that carries blood into and out of the heart? We call them aorta, pulmonary artery, vena cava. They are the most important parts for the blood vesseling. The valves, you can check this names through the YouTube, and also you can find here the answers of these questions. The right ventricle pumps blood to the lungs, left ventricle pumps the blood to the body. The right atrium receives deoxygenated. Deoxygenated means poor blood with oxygen from the body to heart by the veins, and also both ventricles pump blood to arteries at the same time. The left atrium receives oxygenated, which means rich with oxygen, blood through the veins from the lungs. You can hear the heartbeat when you are putting your hand inside those heart, and you can find here by using the sound or the dub. It can be caused by the movement of the heart. And here we go to the part that it's very important, how the heartbeat is working, how it's very important. You can measure the heartbeat or pulse by the time needed. You can see here the blood vessels through the eye of the human. Here is the artery shape, which is rich with the oxygen. There is the vein shape, which is rich with carbon dioxide. There is also a kind of links that speaks about the blood vessels and how they are working together. You can find here mostly the comparison, which is very important to your body, how it's working, and also why it's very important to you. This is all. Check this part very close, because next time we will speak about the circulation of the blood. That's all. Thank you.